free your mind. Is it rolling? So, over the last 6 months, I've been working to come up with a plant-based protein powder. And today's a really exciting day because I've received the first batch of that said formula. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to create a video for everybody who's interested in the journey I'm going through to create what I intend to be a plant-based protein powder that not only helps people reach their fitness and their lifestyle goals, but simply doesn't taste like dirt, because let's face it, that's how most protein powders taste, plant protein powders. So what we're going to do today is we're going to mix each of the sample sachets with my personal favorite plant-based milk, which is a nut milk almond milk. We've got 2 flavors, natural strawberry and natural chocolate. And in each of those flavors, you see I have 4 sachets here, we have a sweetened version and an unsweetened version. The sweetener that I've used in the first formulation is stevia. Now, I'm not a huge fan of stevia because it's been linked to some less than beneficial side effects, such as low blood pressure, which is not a good thing in people who do not already have high blood pressure. But I wanted to start with stevia so that I could compare it to the next sweetener that I plan to use. That sweetener is not a particularly well-known sweetener, it's something called thametin, completely natural, and it's extracted from an African fruit called the katent fruit. Why I like thametin over stevia is for 2 main reasons. Well, 3. The first reason is thametin is hypoallergenic. The second reason is, again, it's also completely natural. And the third reason is I like thametin because it has a very special property, which is it masks flavor. So why would that be of use to us? Well, we were talking a moment ago about how plant-based proteins can often taste like soil or dirt, or they taste chalky, and they have an unusual earthy aftertaste. Thametin masks that aftertaste, so it feels much smoother when you drink it, and you don't have the strong aftertaste that lingers in your mouth. So, without further ado, let's try the samples. The first one I'm going to try, because I am a fan of chocolate, I'm a chocolate person, is the unsweetened chocolate. So I have some almond milk here, my favourite brand of almond milk. I'm going to mix this with the unsweetened. So the first thing I'm looking for is I want to see how well does this mix with the nut milk, particularly looking at the fact that I'm not using a blender, I'm quite simply mixing this with a spoon. So I want to figure out, does it mix quickly and without effort? And so far, it seems to be doing that. And after I mix it, quite gently as you can see, I want to make sure there's no lumps, because when you're drinking a protein shake, who wants big lumps of powder in there? It's not particularly pleasant. So it's mixing well. Let me take a closer look. Give it one final stir. So as you can imagine, in a blender this would, I think, mix tremendously well. And there's no lumps there. That's very good. I've tried lots of protein powders, and one of the common problems is there's often lumpy bits of powder left in there. So let's try it. The chocolate, natural chocolate, unsweetened. It's good. It's a very smooth taste. The chocolate flavour is not particularly strong. There isn't a tremendous amount of chalkiness, but I can taste that kind of powdery, chalky aftertaste, which I'm guessing in version 2 of the protein powder is going to be masked by the thametin. But overall, it's good. I'm pleased with the mixability. So now let's try the natural chocolate with the stevia as the sweetener. Again, I can't imagine mixability would be a problem there. And for those of you who are paying attention to detail, you're probably thinking this is a larger glass and this is a smaller one. But rest assured, I did put more powder in here than I put in the smaller glass. So I can't imagine that the stevia would affect the mixability, and this is mixing again very, very well. So I'm really happy about that. Okay. One final stir. Now, the mixability is good, but I think that there is a couple of tiny lumps in here. I don't know if that's because I've not stirred it particularly well or the stevia affects the mixability. Oh no, I think I just had a lump in there that I didn't stir particularly well. So, okay. Again, mixability is good. Let's try it. Yeah, so you really taste the sweetness from the stevia. And that stevia sweetness, even though it is a natural sweetener, to me never tastes particularly natural. I think that's because I'm used to tasting things that are a bit more natural and not loaded with sugar, but you can definitely, I wouldn't say it's a good sweetness, you know? But that definitely tastes like a very light chocolate milk. Okay, so let's move on to the strawberry. Strawberry unsweetened. So all of the flavouring that we're using is completely natural. So this is a natural strawberry flavouring. The base protein that we're using in the formulation is pea protein because it has a complete amino acid profile. And we've added a couple of other interesting things in there, like curcumin, to help with inflammation. So post-workout, post-activity, reduce the inflammation in your body, which can reduce muscle soreness and help you get back to your next training session a little bit faster. Again, so mixability is very good here. I can see the colour of the natural strawberry coming out, and then it blends in with the milk. So there's kind of some darker pink areas, but it's mixing again very well. No lumps. This one mixed better than the chocolate, and that's probably because of the cocoa powder. I guess the cocoa powder makes it less mixable. But this mixed very, very well with just the pea protein and the natural strawberry flavour. So I haven't drank like a strawberry flavoured thing for a long time, and this really reminds me when you were a kid and you would drink like strawberry milk. That is exactly what it tastes like. It brings back a lot of memories. Yeah. Okay. Good. I like it. Now I want to try the sweetened version. So again, here we have the strawberry with the stevia, and let's see how it affects it. Again, mixability very good. One interesting thing here is kind of more bubbles on top, which is interesting. So let's check it out. Again, the strong sweetness from the stevia, but generally very good. I think, you know, for a first batch of the formulation, I'm really happy knowing that I'm going into phase 2 using the Thametin. Hypoallergenic, has the flavour masking properties, and I think just in general a less overpowering sweetness, because that's not really something I'm going for here. The other interesting thing that we put into the protein powder that I'll tell you about before we wrap this video up is bioperine. So bioperine is an extract from black pepper, and what black pepper does is it helps increase your body's ability to absorb nutrition from the powder itself, as well as any other food that you're eating in your diet. And this is really important because you're not just what you eat, you're what you're able to absorb. So I felt that in my quest, if you can call it that, to create a more sophisticated plant protein, one of the things we needed to do was improve bioavailability. The other thing that I wanted to do was to have something in there that would help with people's immune systems, because when you're training very hard and you're pushing your body, or you're working very hard, going to and from the office, late night calls, not getting enough sleep, you need vitamin D. And not everybody has access to the sun all the time or has time to spend in the sun. And the only other place you can get vitamin D is by extracting it from mushrooms. So we found a good source of vitamin D that's extracted from mushrooms, and we included it in the protein powder. So to summarize, the Honest Earth plant protein is going to have pea protein as the base protein. It's going to have curcumin to help your body with inflammation. It's going to have bioperine to help your body extract nutrition from the powder itself and any other food you're eating in your diet. And it's also going to have a mushroom-sourced vitamin D extract, which is going to help bolster your immune system and keep you fit.